We are going to explore one of the most fascinating coins in modern Philippine numismatic history, the Philippine one, making it historically notable. 3. At first cultural value. It may seem like just an ordinary coin, but once we peel back the layers of history, preserving the environment, and design, you will realize that this small piece of metal carries with it a wealth of stories, symbolism, and national pride. The year 1990 was part of a crucial era in Philippine history, just a few years after the People Power Revolution of 1986. The nation was in a period of rebuilding, reform, and economic adjustment. The government was working toward stability, and coins like the 1 Piso became symbols of the country's effort to modernize its economy while still honoring its past. The 1 Piso coin of 1990 was part of the Engi Bagong Lipunan coin series first introduced in 1975. This series reflected President Ferdinand Marcos' program that aimed to symbolize a new society. But by the time 1990 arrived, this coin series had outlived the Marcos era and had become a bridge into the post-revolution years, circulating heavily in the everyday lives of Filipinos. On the obverse side, the coin proudly featured the profile of Jose Rizal, the Philippine national hero. His likeness has appeared on many denominations, but his placement on the 1 Piso coin carried special meaning. Rizal symbolized not only intellectual brilliance, but also the sacrifices made for freedom and reform. His image on a daily use coin reminded millions of Filipinos of the values he fought for. The reverse side bore the text, Republica ng Pilipinas, along with the year 1990, and the denomination 1 Piso. It also displayed the country's official seal, representing sovereignty and the authority of the nation. To many, this reverse design was not only about money, it was about the identity and resilience of the Philippines. What made the 1990 Piso historically special was the transitional role it played in coinage. The Philippine Central Bank was beginning to phase out the Bagong Lipunan series in favor of a new family of coins, which would eventually emerge in 1995. Thus, the 1990 Piso stood at the threshold between two major coinage eras, making it highly interesting to collectors today. Materially, the 1 Piso 1990 coin was made of copper nickel, giving it durability and a silver-like shine. It had a weight of around 14 grams and a diameter of 29 millimeters, making it larger and heavier compared to today's lighter Piso coins. For many Filipinos who held it in their hands, the coin felt solid, a reflection of strength and value. During the early 1990s, inflation and economic reforms were changing the buying power of the Piso. While 1 Peso could still buy simple street foods like candies, rice snacks, or jeepney fare, its purchasing power was already declining compared to the 1970s. The 1990 coin thus became a marker of a period when the Philippine economy was struggling but resilient. 1990 coin retained many similarities, but showed the marks of wear in design quality. This suggests the mint was producing large quantities quickly to meet demand, making it an authentic snapshot of the era's economic pressures. Another fascinating aspect is its circulatory journey. These coins traveled in pockets across provinces, cities, and islands. Each coin may have passed through countless hands: farmers, students, soldiers, vendors, and even overseas workers returning home. In that sense, each coin silently witnessed the daily struggles and triumphs of Filipinos. The 1990 Piso also holds educational importance for younger Filipinos today. Encountering this coin provides a chance to learn about the nation's economic past and the figures who shaped its history. It serves as a tangible lesson in history, economy, and identity. Some collectors also see the 1990 coin as a symbol of resilience. Despite the economic challenges of the time, typhoons, political instability, and recovery from dictatorship, the coin remained strong in circulation, embodying the survival spirit of the Filipino people. Interestingly, variations of the coin exist, particularly in terms of mint, luster, and slight striking differences. Such variations, though minor, add to its collectible intrigue, especially for specialists who study every detail of Philippine coinage. 1990 Piso is no longer in circulation, but it lives on in collections, exhibitions, and the memories of those who grew up with it. Its legacy is not just about monetary value, but about cultural and historical significance. In the coin market, a 1990 Piso in ordinary circulated condition may not fetch high prices, but a well-preserved uncirculated piece can attract collectors willing to pay several times its original face value. Its worth lies not only in rarity but in the story it carries. For historians, The coin stands as a symbol of continuity from colonial struggles to independence, dictatorship to democracy. The Piso has been a silent witness. The 1990 issue in particular represents the resilience of the Philippines during a turbulent but hopeful decade. Think of the amazing effect. Holding this coin today is like holding a piece of the 1990s Philippines in your hand. It's a time capsule of culture, politics, and economics condensed into a single silver-colored disc. It is also worth noting that the coin bridges generational memory. Parents who used the 1990 Piso can now show it to their children and explain how life, value, and money have changed over time. This makes the coin not just currency but also a conversation starter. The design choice of Rizal also has a deeper meaning. Placing the great national hero on the most common coin meant that his presence was in every Filipino's pocket daily, subtly inspiring patriotism and reminding people of the values of freedom and progress. Finally, the 1991 Piso coin remains a treasured artifact. It's more than money, it's heritage. Every scratch tells a story. To the BSP, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas ng Bagong Lipunan series, which was first introduced in 1975 under the presidency of Ferdinand E. Marcos. This series reflected the government's campaign for a new society following the declaration of martial law in 1972. Coins and banknotes during this period bore the inscription ng Bagong Lipunan, the new society, symbolizing a political and cultural shift in the Philippines. Features the portrait of Jose Rizal, the national hero of the Philippines. Rizal was chosen because of his role in inspiring nationalism through his writings and his martyrdom in 1896. The words Republica ng Pilipinas encircled the coin along with the denomination 1 Piso. The year of minting 1976 is displayed at the bottom. Bears the official seal of the Republic of the Philippines. Around the rim is the inscription ng Bagong Lipunan as part of Marcos' reformist propaganda. The coin's metallic finish gave it a strong modern appearance compared to earlier peso coins. Copper-nickel cupronickel alloy, giving the coin a silvery appearance. Weight, approximately 14 grams. Diameter 33 millimeters, making it a large-sized coin compared to modern Piso coins. This large, heavy coin was considered quite durable, but its size made it inconvenient for daily use, leading to eventual changes in later series. 1976 1 Piso coin was produced in large quantities for circulation. It was minted both in the Philippines and sometimes in foreign mints through contracts. These coins circulated widely during the late 1970s and early 1980s, alongside paper bills of the same denomination. 1976 coinage came at a time when the Philippines was under martial law. The inscription ng Bagong Lipunan was not just a decorative feature, it was a political statement. Coins and banknotes served as tools of propaganda, reinforcing the idea of unity and reform under Marcos' vision of a new society. 19761 Piso coin is considered collectible, especially in uncirculated, mint state condition. Circulated examples usually have low monetary value, often just a little above face value for collectors. Uncirculated or proof-like specimens can fetch higher prices, especially if preserved without scratches or tarnish. Condition grade mint state coins are far more valuable. Historical interest collectors of martial law coins or Rizal memorabilia value these highly. 1976 1 Piso coin stands as a reminder of a transformative period in Philippine history. It connects the legacy of Jose Rizal, who symbolized freedom and reform, with the controversial political era of the 1970s under Marcos. Its large size and bold inscription made it distinctive, and though it was eventually replaced by smaller, lighter coins in later decades, it remains a significant piece for historians and numismatists. In summary, the Philippine 1 Piso coin of 1976 is not just a piece of money, it is a historical artifact that reflects the culture, politics, and economic. Before the 1976 release, the Philippine peso or Piso had already undergone major transformations. The peso traces its roots back to the Spanish colonial era when the Spanish silver peso piece of 8 was used in Manila trade. After the Americans took control of the Philippines in 1898, the Philippine peso was pegged to the US dollar. Coins issued under U.S. administration bore designs that reflected both Philippine culture and American sovereignty. The time of independence. In 1946, the new Republic of the Philippines began issuing its own coins and banknotes, first under the English series 1951190 and then under the Filipino series 1967-1974, which emphasized Filipino national heroes and inscriptions in the Filipino language. The 1976 1 Piso coin falls under the Engi Bagang Lipunan ABL series 1975-1983, which represented not just currency reform but also political messaging. During martial law. The term Engi Bagang Lipunan, the new society, was introduced by President Ferdinand Marcos after declaring martial law in 1972. It was a slogan meant to project the idea of a reformed and disciplined Philippines free from corruption and instability. The inscription appeared on both coins and banknotes starting in 1975. Thus, the 1976 1 Piso was not just an economic tool, it was political propaganda in metallic form. Every Filipino who used it carried a reminder of Marcos' governance and his vision for society. The face of the 1 Piso coin bears Dr. Jose Rizal, the national hero of the Philippines. Rizal's writings, particularly Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo, awakened Filipino nationalism during Spanish rule. His execution in 1896 made him a martyr. By featuring Rizal on the 1 Piso coin, the government tapped into his universal respect across all political groups. It gave the coin legitimacy and connected the message of new society with the enduring spirit of nationalism. 1976 1 Piso coin was among the largest modern Philippine coins in circulation at the time. Its 33 millimeters diameter and 14 grams weight made it heavy in pockets, but also prestigious compared to smaller denominations. It was struck in copper-nickel alloy, chosen for durability and cost efficiency. The reeded edge was both decorative and functional, discouraging coin shaving, a common fraud in earlier centuries, where people filed off bits of precious metal. 1976 The Philippine economy was grappling with the effects of rising global oil prices and foreign debt. Inflation was creeping up, and the peso was gradually losing value. Large coins like the 1 Piso reflected an effort to maintain the peso's visibility as a strong unit of currency. However, because the coin was bulky, many Filipinos still preferred the 1 Piso paper banknote. Over time,